My sister Teresa lost another job because of rich boy Ethan Crane? Tell me I didn't hear you right, Whitney.
At least she quit the cannery job. She wasn't fired this time.
Forget about it, Whitney. I know my little sister's your best friend, but you can't make this better for her. Teresa screwed up. Again. Now, she's in big trouble.
Oh, please don't be too mad at her, Louise. She's already so bummed about what happened.
Well, she ought to feel bummed. It's time Teresa grew up and started thinking about other people besides herself.
She doesn't mean to be selfish.
She just gets caught up in those daydreams and fantasies of hers.
That's right.
Well, look where they've landed her, Whitney. I thought she'd finally wised up about Ethan Crane. And as usual, now I'm going to come across like the bad guy. Teresa needs a good dose of reality for her own sake. She's going to get knocked down so hard that one of these days she's never going to be able to get up. Teresa's still not home, Whitney?
Not yet, Louise.
Terrific. I'm already running late for my shift. I can't stick around waiting for her.
Why don't I just have her call you when she gets home?
I got a better idea. Why don't you tell me where my sister is right now? That way I can stop by on my way to work and see her in person.
I'd tell you where she was if I could, Louise.
Ah, but you can't.
That's right, I can't. But I'm sure she'll be home soon, though. At least I hope she will.
So do I. Home seems to be the only place where Teresa's safe from herself. Thanks for letting me vent before. You know, I don't mean to take out all my frustrations about Teresa on you.
It's okay, Louise.
I'm not a monster, Whitney. If I'm tough on Teresa, it's because I love her. I worry about her like I worry about the rest of my family. If I dog her to get a job and then lose my temper when she can't keep one, it's because I hate having to see my family scramble, living from paycheck to paycheck.
You don't have to explain.
Well, sometimes I feel like I do. That nobody understands why I'm so uptight about Teresa spending half her life in the mall, shopping for things like clothing and jewelry, things she can never afford. I'd buy it all for her, Whitney, 10 times over if I could. But I can't. Every penny that comes into this house has to be accounted for.
And she understands that, Louise. I mean, she knows how hard you work for her and your mother and the rest of the family.
I wonder.
She just forgets. But she is crazy about her big brother, the cop. I mean, you should hear the way she talks about you. She is so proud.
Well, then why does she try so hard to make herself different from the rest of the family by mooning after Ethan Crane, hotshot heir to the richest family in town? I mean, doesn't she get it? The guy is way out of her league, and that's exactly where he wants to be. None of the Cranes want anything to do with people like us. And every time our family crosses their path, we end up getting burned.
I don't understand.
My father disappeared many years ago on his way to work at Crane Industries. I've always suspected that someone in the Crane family knew more than they admitted.
Well, why?
I don't have any proof. I just know it in here. You know, and then there's Mama. She works her fingers to the bone every day in the Crane mansion as their housekeeper. If you ask me, the Lopez Fitzgeralds have given enough of our blood, sweat, and tears to the Cranes for a lifetime.
That's why you don't want Teresa near them?
Teresa's beautiful, young, full of high spirits. She thinks she's invincible. But the Cranes have an iron grip on this town. Teresa gets tied up with them, and they'll let her down. They'll crush that beautiful spirit right out of her. I won't let that happen.
I don't think she's going to be anywhere near the Cranes.
I hope you're right. I want my sister to be happy. And she's never going to be unless she puts that idea of her and Ethan Crane out of her head for good. Better go. Now, the thing that bugs me the most about the Cranes is how they think they're better than the rest of us. That they believe they can get away with things that nobody else can. Unfortunately, they're usually right.
What do you mean?
Look, you know, I'm not blaming my boss, Sam Bennett. He just took over as police chief a couple weeks ago. But the old chief and the mayor, they constantly played favorites with the Cranes. I mean, they looked the other way every time they broke the law.
Well, that's not right.
Tell me about it. You know, fair is fair, whether you're rich or poor. It's not supposed to be one set of rules for the rich folks and a whole other set for the rest of us.
Well, can't you do something about it?
Yeah, I can start treating the Cranes the same way I treat everyone else. No special favors, no special deals. You do the crime, you do the time. I don't care what your last name is. You call me crazy, but I'm not going to play the game anymore. You know what? If it costs me my job, so be it. At least I'll know I lost it doing the right thing.
You know what? You are more like Teresa than I think you even know.
I am. What's that supposed to mean?
I mean, what that bad, Teresa? It was the worst night of my entire life, Whitney. Oh, no. Ethan recognized you, didn't he? Was he horribly mean? I mean, he didn't hurt you, did he? He never even saw my face, Whitney. You're kidding. Well, that's great. Why are you so upset? I opened up my heart to him about how I had a crush on him ever since I was a little girl. I told him about the dream world I made up when I was a kid. I imagined it as the one place where Ethan and I could be together. First, just as children, so each of us would have someone to play with when we were lonely, and then later when I got older, it was when I fantasized he would fall in love with me. You never told me about that. I never told anyone until tonight. I don't get it. You said Ethan didn't see you, so how did you get to tell him all this stuff? I was in his room, and he was in the bathroom. I thought he could hear me, but he never heard one word I said. Then later, I heard him talking about me. Ethan thinks I'm some whacked-out psycho who's attacking him because I hate him. He sees me as a threat. He said he could never love me, not if I was the last woman on earth. I hate Ethan Crane. I just hate him, Whitney. I know you're hurt because of what you overheard, Teresa, but you've sworn off Ethan before and it didn't last. Ethan thinks just because people don't have their pockets stuffed with money or belong to some hoity-toity country club that they must be gold diggers. He actually said that? I thought he was different. Deep enough to know better. But he's not the man I thought he was at all. He's just a plain, ordinary snob like Louise said all rich people were. I wasn't going to bring up your older brother, but since you already did. Oh, no. How much does he know, Whitney? I'm sorry, Teresa. I had to tell him that you lost the job at the cannery. He was all set to drive over there and see you. Does he know I lost it because of Ethan? He's going to kill me. He was going to find out sooner or later. He's going to string me up by my thumbs. No, worse. He's going to lock me up in the bedroom for the rest of my life. He'll probably make me wear one of those prisoner bracelets that tell my whereabouts. Calm down. It's not going to be that bad. Tell me what he said, Whitney. Let's just say that when Louise left here, he was not very happy with the Crane family. He said he wasn't going to let them get away with anything ever again. I'm sure he'll cool down in time. I just hope he doesn't run into anybody named Crane tonight.
I can't believe I wasted all those years loving a man like that.
I don't want to say I told you so, Teresa.
It's okay, Whitney. You did, and so did Louise and McGill. I just couldn't bear the idea that all of you were right about Ethan. I guess I just wanted to see for myself. And now I have. I am through with Ethan and the rest of the Crane family. Swear to God, Whitney, this time I mean it.
You are so bad, you know that. I think this was a great idea. Well, we're both going to think this is a really bad idea tomorrow. I mean, I'm going to have to put in hours of extra tennis time to work off all these gazillion calories.
These calories don't count.
Oh, really? And why is that?
Because I refuse to believe it.
I thought you gave up on all those fantasies, Teresa.
Only one. Ethan.
I've heard that before.
And this time I mean it. And I'm going to prove it.
No. No. You are not going to eat that.
Watch me. Now, would I do that if I was still hung up on Ethan? I am free. Free at last. I'm just glad I found out what he was really like before I wasted any more time dreaming about him. No more dreams.
But I know you, Teresa. You have to dream about something.
Well, you dream about winning Wimbledon, don't you, Whitney?
That's right. I can see it in my mind. Holding that trophy, my mom and dad and my sister Simone in the stands, so proud.
Hey, doesn't your best friend get to be in your dream?
Of course.
Okay.
And there you are in the royal box with all the dukes and duchesses.
Oh, I like this dream. Now, do I look fabulous?
Not if you keep eating all that whipped cream.
Thanks.
So what are you going to dream about now, Teresa? Now that you claim you're not going to dream about Ethan.
I'm not. He's become a distant memory. From now on, I'm going to concentrate on my dream of becoming a famous fashion designer. I'm going to have shows in New York, Milan, Paris. Oh, it'll be wonderful. I can see myself now walking out on the runway after one of my shows. Everyone's cheering.
Am I going to be in the front row of one of these fashion shows?
Naturally. And if you're nice to me, I may even design your tennis outfit for Wimbledon.
I am so honored.
Of course, I'm not only going to design high fashion, expensive clothes. I'm going to design clothes for regular people, too. I think everyone should look as good as they can. Everyone should have a chance to make something of themselves. Live out their dreams. Why should people like Gwen Hotchkiss be the only ones who can get what they want?
Are we still talking about clothes?
It's not fair, Whitney.
Teresa.
I know. It was just a momentary slip. I mean it. I'm moving on. I have new dreams. Better ones.
Good. To our dreams. May they all come true.
For both of us.